Welcome to my Healthy Aging lectures. This lecture will be on healthy telomeres. Why is it that people age differently? What am I doing to stay healthy while I age? Hi, my name is Raymond Saul. I'm the owner of Tai Chi Body Balance, a health and wellness consulting business. I've had schools in Tempe, Scottsdale, and Phoenix, and I have worked with corporate and business clients around the Phoenix metropolitan areas, including Tempe and Scottsdale. I'm also an adjunct professor at Paradise Valley Community College, where I have won several outstanding adjunct faculty awards. I've also been a partner with the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Arizona State University, where I have made several scholars presentations. And I've also been an instructor, and I've hosted many Zoom programs. However, I am not a medical professional, so if you have medical questions, you need to ask your doctor. Let's begin with the facts. We're all going to die, we just don't know when. And some of us will just sit back and wait till that happens. And in the United States, our life expectancy, as of at least 2019, was about 78 years of age. We also have read stories about people that lived longer. Here's Jeannie Clement, who lived for 122 years. What's interesting is that when she turned 85, she started learning how to do fencing. And well over 100 years of age, she was seen riding her bike around town in France. In America, in 2000, we had roughly 50,000 centenarians. And in 2015, we had roughly 72,000 centenarians. That's like a 43% increase. So why do some people live longer? Well, I'm going to tell you a little tale of two guys. Both are 50 years of age. So we'll find our two friends sitting in a local pub having a Guinness. One has white hair and one has gray hair. Whitey says, I'm tired all the time and I'm worried about work. Where do you get all your energy? Gray says, well, after Sue died, I've been exercising more. Exercise? I have a hard time just getting out of bed. Well, maybe you should see a doctor. Or the mortician. Hey, let me finish my salad. Maybe we can go play some pool with the guys. Nah, I'm just going to go for a smoke. So what's going on here? Why are these two guys aging differently? Why is it some people die sooner and some people live longer? Why is it that some people are sicker longer and some people are healthier longer? So what's going on here? Well, let's take a look at aging at the cellular level. In 1961, Leonard Hayflick found that human cells can only replicate themselves about 50 times. This was called the Hayflick limit, and it had to deal with the shortening of our telomeres. What he found was replication limits happen in all living cells, and that in human cells, we are not immortal. Replication of human cells is limited. So what's happening? Well, over time, our telomeres are getting shorter. And when that happens, our cells break down, aging is happening, and finally, cell death occurs. So what are telomeres? Well, telomeres are the protective cells at the tips of our chromosomes. They were first discovered by Hermann Muller in 1938, and in 1946, he won the Nobel Prize. And what we found out was that telomeres are longest at birth. And as the cells divide, some of the telomeres need to go with the new cells. And that over time, telomeres will get shorter and shorter and shorter. However, some will remain healthy, but some begin to fade. Well, why is this important to know? Well, telomeres can be like the canaries in the gold mines. They're like an early warning sign. They're telling us the cellular health of our bodies. They're also telling us how fast our cells are aging. So how can we tell if our cells are healthy? Well, we can measure the length of the telomeres and learn our cellular health. So how is this done? Well, in 2017, I had my DNA tested. At that time, they measured my telomeres. And what they found was that my average telomere length was longer than 100% of the men in my age group. Whoa, what did that mean? Well, it also meant that my telomeres indicated that I was a man of only 28 years of age. Whoa, why was this good to know? Well, it turns out I have two ages. My birth age is 81, and that means I've made 81 trips around the sun. But the cellular age of my body is only 48. So what's happening here? How did I get to be so healthy? Well, okay, to be clear, I was 76 at the time and now I'm 81. So maybe I'm just 51 instead of 48. The point is, what keeps my telomeres healthy? Well, there's an enzyme called telomerase. It's a protein that protects telomeres. It helps to keep them healthy. And Carol Greider, Elizabeth Blackburn, and Jack Sozak in 1984 found out about or discovered telomerase. And in 2009, they won the Nobel Prize. So what's happening with telomerase? Well, this enzyme they found helps keep our telomeres healthy. And healthy telomeres will help protect our chromosomes. We now know that telomere shortening is an age or an indicator of aging. And so telomerase helps slow down telomere aging. So telomerase is the key to healthy telomeres at the cellular level. Cellular health is an indicator of our overall well-being. So what helps stem telomerase? Well, Elizabeth Blackburn says that exercise, like stretching, walking, interval training, and also managing stress, like relaxation exercises or stress relief exercises, these can help telomerase. So why exercise? Well, we now know that regular exercise maintains healthy telomeres. For instance, in 2008, there was a study between twins. And what the study found was the twin that was the most active amongst the two had longer telomeres. And in 2012, postmental women's study showed that just an hour, 3 days a week, they had longer telomeres. Also, a study in 2015 found that sedentary people had shorter telomeres. So people need to be active. They need to move both their body and their mind, their brain. A Harvard study also found that exercise reduced depression and cognitive decline. So what am I doing to exercise? Well, I do Tai Chi. I do Tai Chi about 5 to 6 times a week when teaching. I also have done Tai Chi, as I said, at Paradise Valley Community College and at Arizona State University's Ali program. I also do Zoom teaching now because of the pandemic. And there are other ways that I also have exercise. Like I like to do hiking. I used to do weekly Piesqua peak hikes, but the pandemic has slowed that down. But in the past, I have done several rim-to-rim hikes in the Grand Canyon. I'm also a certified Grand Canyon river rat. And I also do volunteer Tai Chi hikes for the McDowell Sonoran Conservancy. And in the past, I've hiked Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in Great Britain, happens to be located in Scotland. And I have hiked over the Southern Alps many times in New Zealand. So what about relaxation? Well, relaxation and managing stress also helps telomeres. So Elizabeth Blackburn found that people threatened by stress had shorter telomeres. She also found that there was a link between chronic stress and shorter telomeres. So stress affects everybody at all ages. I once read a story about a 30-year-old Army vet who had spent several tours in Afghanistan. And when they measured his telomeres, they equaled a man that was over 60 years of age. So stress can equal shorter telomeres, and it also affects your immune system. So the question is, how do I relax? Well, I do several relaxation activities. I'm an artist and I've had several paintings in several national exhibitions. I'm also a writer. I've written short stories, and I am also writing a fiction on Celtic mythology, and I'm also a sculptor. So how else do I relax? Well, I do what I call walking relaxation or moving relaxation. Some people refer to it as Tai Chi walking. And so I have done classes at the Desert Botanical Garden on walking relaxation in the garden. And during the pandemic, as I walk up and down my neighborhood in Shadow Mountain, I try to practice relaxation walking. I also relax before going to bed by doing a short Tai Chi form. So let's get back to our two guys at the pub. What's happening with them? Well, let's take a quick review. So Whitey is showing premature aging, and Gray's aging seems to appear slowing down. Let's go back and take a look at Whitey. We now know his body is not healthy. He's got a lingering illness. He's having a hard time sleeping. He's not exercising, but he is smoking, and he has limited social interactions. Gray, on the other hand, his hair is not white yet, at least, but we now know he's been exercising after his wife's death, and that'd be a great form of relaxating. He's also eating a healthier diet, and he's playing pool with the guys, so he's having some good social interactions. Now, they do both share a common good, and that is they're having a Guinness beer that we know is made out of barley and hops and water, so it's a good vegan drink. So, is this story over, or is there more? Well, there can be more. Blackburn says, some things you can't control, like at birth. You inherit your parents' genes and telomeres, but there are some things you can control, like after birth. You can impact both your health and your aging. You can exercise your brain, you can eat healthy diets, you can get more sleep, you can practice relaxation. So for many of us, we're at the crossroads of better health. What lifestyle changes should be considered? Well, I found that there were 5 key lifestyle changes that affected my telomeres. First was exercise. Second was relaxation. Third was getting good sleep. Fourth was having a good nutritional diet. And 5 was having good social interactions. So how did this affect me? Well, I went back and I looked at a 20-year period of time in my life. So back in around the year 2000, when I was a young guy at 60, my weight was about 185 pounds, and I was about 90, up to 90, 195 pounds. My cholesterol level was 325. My triglyceride levels was 575. I didn't know the cellular health of my body, and I got hit with pulmonary embolism and almost died several times. Now, moving forward here to circa 2021, where I'm over 80 years of age now, my weight is down to 145, 150. My cholesterol level is down to 144. My triglycerides are down to 124. And I found out that the cellular age of my body is only 48. That was around circa 2017. And during this 20 period time, I beat death 6 times. So good health is attainable while growing older. So what are the choices? Well, aging and death are facts of life. How you live your life now, you can actually change, or you can just sit around and wait. Well, I'm not sitting back. This was the last time I did my rim to rim hike when I was 73 years of age. And in 2021, I was going to hike the Grand Canyon again with my daughter, but that hike was delayed because of COVID-19. So I'm going to do it again, maybe next year or maybe the year after that. So it's not what your age is or how old you are. I find it's how healthy you are as you age. I would also like to invite you to my next lecture on exercise. Thank you very much for coming to this lecture, and I hope you stay healthy.